Yo, what is good? My anime very beautiful. What is good? Honestly, I was not expecting this much of like father-son bonding in the grand scheme of them almost telepathically, putting Dai in a stance or in a trance where he started remembering things that he didn't even remember as of recently. But because of how things are going, by getting put to sleep, it must have woken something in him. So, honestly, this show has been pretty good from start to finish. And like I was saying, my only one complaint as of recently was just how much explanation was happening in the last episode. But you gotta remember, it's also happened numerous times before to a point where um, you know, it didn't necessarily make me hate the story. It's just if something stands out to me like that, I don't usually just sit there and be like, oh yeah, whatever, let's not even bring it up. I like to at least tell you what's on my mind. I think that's what makes a lot of people who do reviews and whatnot interesting because sometimes they just think about other things either I don't think about or they say things I wouldn't have said. So, if even if I felt some type of way, but now that I know I can say whatever I want, and it's always been like that. Yeah, that's where that came from. But regardless, this episode's amazing of how much depth and character development is possible for the father because someone like him who has practically thrown it all away just to make sure his son was going to be in a better position. I mean, he didn't want to get rid of Dai, but at the same time, um, the humans and every single person that doesn't like him was hunting for him. So at any given point, it only was a matter of time before they found out the son was around and tried to attack him, just like how they attacked his wife. Well, he gave himself up, and his wife still ended up getting hurt in the crossfire. And I think that's the thing that hurts him the most in this week's episode is that that is one like big asset that Dai has gotten from his mother to really stand for anything you don't like, to stand up and say something about it. Don't just sit back and watch. And because of this, she actually gets killed trying to protect him, the person who can withstand ridiculous amount of punishment. And she knows that, but still it hurt her to watch him get attacked the way that he was. So that and the fact that he's going into his final beast form is definitely an amazing stopping point for an episode to be like, yeah, I didn't want my son to see me like this because if anything, that might have brought up, more trauma than actually fight, than him having to look past all this stuff. Now he has to see that transformation. Nah, that would be too much for Dai. So I do like that his father can even considered that. So just goes to show you how much he's changed. Regardless, though, with this battle being the way that it is, will he be able to see another day with his son? The Black Core is probably one of the most messed up part about this whole entire episode. Seeing how uh, the person who has it doesn't know that this whole time he has his opponents as hostage more than actual opponents. So, unfortunately for him, he wants this to be one of the most honorable and great battles, but doesn't realize he's already won in so many ways. And because of this, it's in a position where if they did go all out, the battle would have ended a long time ago with them losing because of the explosion aftermath. Regardless, I hope y'all are having a good one. I've been having a pain in my tooth, so it actually hurts to try to talk, and I'm learning how to talk without sucking air into my tooth, if that makes any sense. So it actually sounds like I'm out of breath when I'm not, and yeah, apologize for that. But regardless, man, this is getting hype. Die and everybody is in their like final stands as it is, and to think that the father wanted him to go out there to try to save them just keeps speaking to the volume of how much he's grown since like the very first day we've ever seen him try to help ever. So that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you in the next one. Peace.